Well, good morning. It's about 6 o'clock out here in Johnson Valley. Yesterday I headed over to Joshua Tree South, dispersed camping, BLM land, and it was kind of a joke. The whole trip to get there, for one, coming out of Palm Springs, there's only 2 lanes, and if anybody knows Southern California, it's a trucking capital of the world. 100,000 trucks leave here daily, and they all go on that 2 lanes out of Palm Springs. And two semis got in a wreck, and they had to close 1 lane down. So that alone took me about hour and a half to go, probably 10 miles. So that tells you where their trip started. Then I get out there, and by that time there's some gas station out there someplace. I have to go get gas, and that's a jungle because I didn't plan on sitting on the freeway for an hour and a half. So with that, I got there, and the dispersed camping south, BLM land, Joshua Tree is pretty end of the world stuff. I mean, it's there, and there's no trees. It's free, and that's about it. It'd be like my third choice out here. I've come up here to Johnson Valley. I love Johnson Valley, and the other one is Sawtooth Canyon. Them two are the best. And the thing with Johnson Valley is there's people here, and a lot of them razors and four-wheelers and gunshots going off during the night. It's a pretty loud area, but there's people around, so it's kind of cool, and it's beautiful here. Last night when I got to the dispersed south Joshua Tree, it was windy. I mean, 20-25 miles an hour, and I tent camp, so it's not going to cut it. I'd have to sleep inside my vehicle, and so I thought, heck with it. I'm not going to sit there because it's ugly to start with. It's ugly. You got free camping there, but it's one of the ugliest places you'll ever camp. And so I decided to leave there, and I drove all the way through Joshua Tree, which is 60-70 miles. Drove through that, paid $30 instead of going all the way around Palm Springs. And then I came up here to Johnson Valley, and come up here and put my tent up and set up everything, and stayed last night. It got like 38, 39 last night, so it got cold. So I got my heater going on in here now, and so forth. But I'm going to take a shower in my new Joolca shower tent. So I'm going to take that a little later and see how that goes. But anyways, I'll show you my little heater set up in my tent, and Johnson Valley tent camping, it's nice. I like it here. So there's my heater. Kind of give you an idea what it looks like. I have an old rim that I put on, and this warms the place up pretty good. Takes the edge off. I don't like sleeping with heat on. I like under my sleeping bag, even though it got like 39 degrees. I was toasty. I was pretty toasty, and I don't like having heat on, especially propane going on in the tent. I probably should have left it on last night, because once it gets in the 30s, it gets pretty nippy. But I had a nice sleeping bag going, and a couple covers on top of that in the tent here, so I never got cold. If the covers drifted off my sleeping bag, then I could feel a little draft, but I got out now. It's warming up. The sun's coming up, and it's beautiful out here. Okay, I come outside my tent, and it's pretty, very pretty. Sun's coming up. It's nice and warm. Well, it's not nice and warm. It's cold, but the sun's coming up now. It's supposed to get almost 70 today, so I'll show you a glance around my camp. Kind of messy, but show you my tent in the background, and probably cook me up some breakfast. And I got to try out my new camp shower. We'll see how that goes today. Okay, so there's my old supplies right there in mess. There's a propane I'm going to use for my heater, my shower. There's my tent, but it shows around. The sun's over there coming up, but there's not many people here compared to January, but Up there, I got birds howling. I got some neighbors around there. They were partying down a little bit last night, so. I'll show you how cold it got last night. I didn't realize, you know, the internet said 39 or 38, but you can see this is my water I left on the table. If you can see it there. Pretty chunky. Quite a little ice in there. So that was left on my table outside, so I slept with no heat last night in my tent. So it wasn't bad if you got a nice sleeping bag and blankets. But yeah, so the sun's hitting on it now. But yeah, it was cold last night. 10-4. Okay, so here's I got my shower going. You go up into there. It's a great shower. I got to angle it the right way. I already took my shower. So if you look up here, I took it down and I forgot to show you. But it's awesome. It's freaking awesome. I took a nice hot shower, and I'll show you my setup. So let me turn that off. Got a switch up here. You just turn off. Boom. And okay, so I put my soap. Where's it at? Soap and washcloth in there. And then this area here, it's called the dry area. So I had my dry clothes in there, and I put it under this thing here. So I put it under this. I don't know if you can see it. I put it under that. So after I took the shower, it was my dry clothes are in there. There you can see I took a nice shower. It was hot. It was hot. And let me show you my setup out here in BLM land. So this is what I got. I got a generator. I got my propane, my hot tap, and so forth. And I got these 6-gallon jugs. Now, once it kicked in and started heating, I took a long shower. And I burned up almost 5 gallons. One good hot shower, long shower will be 5 gallons. If you want to take a short, quick shower, lather up a little bit, you can probably do 2.5 and turn it down. And the switches here, I had them on like 3/4. They got hot. I didn't have it on full bore. And you can see the stream I had the stream is barely 1/4 and it's coming out good. If you want a big stream, you turn it up. But my generator's hooked up and stuff, and so this Joolca hot shower, man, this is freaking good for out in the boonies. Again, I'm out on BLM land, so you got to carry your water in, and there's no creeks or rivers here. But then there's my pump it out of there. My generator's awesome, and my propane over there. So it's kick-ass, man. So it's a well worth investment. I say give it a grade A. Hot water pretty fast. 10-4. Okay, folks, I just packed up all my stuff from Johnson Valley Bureau of Land Management land, government land, BLM land. Takes me a while to unpack, pack. I stayed the night. It got like 30s, but just gorgeous today. March 12th, 13th, I don't know what it is. But you got the quads going on around here, and you see around me. So, but anyways, I'm heading back about 150 miles north. But it's cool. I'll pan around here so you can kind of see behind me, see all the hills and stuff. I can't see, the sun's in my eyes here. So anyways, I took a nice shower in my Joolca shower, hot tap, nice, awesome. It's going to be awesome in the future. But anyways, I'll talk to you later. See ya.